Hello again, and welcome back to Retarded Teens Talk, not your favorite podcast, and if it is your favorite podcast, then you should probably go listen to other podcasts. Today, we're going to go into a thorough conversation about furries, and we're just going to start off introducing ourselves. I'm Joseph.
I'm Eli.
I'm Jonas.
I'm Connor.
And we are down 2 men. They are getting their vaccinations, which we in absolutely no way support. Don't get your vaccinations, guys. Not healthy at all.
Yeah.
You will contract autism.
Yeah, scientific
There's studies, dude.
research. Yeah, it's been proven already
Yeah.
that vaccines 100% do cause autism.
Yeah, like, it's not like vaccines, autism, you know? It's not like 1 + 1 = 2. You know, it's like... It's a chance, you know, that their kids could be born with autism.
I've read articles. It's 100%.
Are you sure?
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. Well, like, I support that it does give you, like, it puts the messes with your genes, and it, like, puts, so your kids, say their kids, because they are getting vaccinated, their kids could have autism because their genes
No, you're
were
wrong.
changed.
It's 100%
No,
chance.
I think you're
they
wrong.
will.
Hey, I'm just glad we're retarded and not autistic.
Yeah.
Do furries
Yeah.
get rabies?
Are there some? That's a good question.
Yeah, let's
Great
jump
question
into
to
it.
start off with. Do furries get rabies?
Or can they give people rabies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
Can they give people?
I think they do.
Can there be a rabid furry?
If they contract it, then yeah.
Rabbits.
Yeah.
Blah.
So normally, if an animal has rabies and they bite a human, normal human, non-furry, the side effects are immediate. You don't have that much time to live. If an animal gets furry, rabies, then they can live. The animal will live with rabies until. I don't know. I don't know much about rabies, but I'm pretty sure, a rat with
animal
rabies...
can give other people rabies.
Yeah, an animal can give another animal rabies, and it's just not good. So
I'm pretty sure the same thing happens with furries.
Well, that's the thing is, since they're people, do they technically get the immediate side effects, and then your mouth starts foaming and, all that good stuff, and they die, or do themselves become rabid, and then they have the potential to kill normal.
If they're foaming out of the mouth, does it go through their mouth and stay in their mask, or does it come out of the mouth?
Does it come out of their mouth?
Because people need to know that.
I've met furries. They are one with their costumes. They sleep in them and shower in them.
Yeah.
And
maybe not shower. I don't think about.
I
I don't know how do you know that because
they only
that's
take
true
them off
because
to
they have to
wash them.
take off.
No, it's
they
like
leave
us.
them on all the time.
We take off our clothes
Before you shower?
Just to wash
we
them.
shower.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's like their clothes.
Yeah.
What if you're such a human that the furries call you human? Wait.
You
I don't know what I
pull
was
together.
gonna
You're
I didn't.
We're still on the topic.
I know.
It's not time for another question.
I was gonna say something weird.
It's fine.
You're gonna say something weird.
Like,
Thank you for keeping it to
just
yourself.
It was what if furries call us humies?
I don't think they do.
We are humies.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do.
Furries
They're like
and
a
humies.
Well, in
community.
their community, what do they call normal people?
Normal.
I shouldn't say normal.
Humies.
Not non-furries.
Not. I bet they call us other.
Those guys.
They could just call us humans, like they're aliens.
Yeah. Humans. Or
Oh,
because they're
humans.
not. If they're a furry, they're not humans anymore. They're still humans.
But they don't
No,
consider
they're not. They
themselves
become
humans.
I feel
animal.
since we're on the grade level, the kingdom,
Phylum.
domain, kingdom, phylum.
Do kings play chess on fine green silk?
Yeah, that. So is human is their it's not really. This is just an analogy. Their family. So would human be their family and their class? What's after? No, genus. So would their genus be furry if their family is human?
That's interesting.
So, or is it just or does it split off? Does human and furry split off?
I think if it was a tree, we would all eventually where it would split off is we are like in the genus of
Like-
a furry is like in the genus of a human,
Like,
and then
dude,
it splits
yeah.
off of a human and a furry.
A furry, yeah. Like,
They're two different.
is a furry a human? You know, do they consider themselves human,
they're
or
completely
are they
different.
just different?
No, they think that they're like
an actual.
they
animal.
know deep down that they are born human, but they've become something else.
Yeah. Okay.
They
Yeah, that's
changed.
true. They changed. And,
So they just change
and
species.
here's the thing: since like furries are so new, you know, I would imagine, like,
They evolved.
what's the child of a furry? You know,
Yeah.
like,
So
the child is literally raised in an environment where they think that this blue and red dog or wolf is like their parents.
yeah, like
you
in
know?
5 years, they're
Like-
gonna be like freaking furries like having sex and then having
You're just
having
gonna go on
furry
a walk
children.
And
Their
in
child
the
is gonna be an
that's the
actual
thing.
dog.
Or if they have the costumes on, they can't really reproduce.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can buy certain.
How do you know this information?
Dude, I know things.
Are you
He's researched stuff.
I do.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
not a
he's just
furry.
curious.
I'm just I'm into furology.
I wonder if like
I'm a
in
furologist.
100 years when science is so
I
advanced,
study it.
if people who are furries want to be an animal so much that there's like operations
a
for being
scientific way to actually
trans-species.
infuse
like
them.
making them like taking their brain and putting it in like a wolf.
That'd be
Imag-
scary, dude. They could go.
a talking wolf, guys.
Imagine if
Every
you got a
single Disney
surgery.
movie is now live action.
Imagine getting a surgery of you replacing your skin with animal skin.
And like the fur and
Well, you wouldn't
everything.
feel it. Well, during it, but
Wouldn't feel-
after
it would
you'd
probably
feel
get pretty
so weird.
hot.
You'd be really itchy all the time.
Oh
Yeah.
Edgy? Why?
Itchy.
Itchy.
Itchy,
Oh,
not edgy.
I thought you said edgy. I'd be
Well,
like, why would that change?
Furries are always edgy anyways.
I don't.
No,
No.
they're the opposite, dude.
I think that most furries are pretty edgy.
No.
Well, it depends on
like,
what
you
era.
Can, you can tell. You look at them, and they're either like this nice, happy-looking, you know, dog, or like rabbit, or whatever.
Rabbit.
Yeah.
And then you see like this other one who's like black and has like huge
Are you racist? Are you
earrings.
racist?
Yeah,
and,
like red eyes.
No, like
Is that racist?
What the heck?
Hey.
No? Racist?
Racism doesn't carry over to like different species,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
yeah.
In your opinion?
And
Well,
that's
it
not
could.
that's
That's a
not
good-
discriminating
Well,
against
it-
any race.
That's true.
Like
All animals
my
are
dog's
equal.
like legitimately racist though.
Why?
I don't know. We had a, you know, like a black person come over to our house, and she just hated him. And normally she
Wow.
opens up to like other people really
Wow,
easily.
so your dogs are just barking at a black person.
Yeah, but not really barking. She's really scared.
Yeah. See, I wonder if like furries have like that dog instinct, and if they could be used for like
Yeah.
military use, like sniffing stuff out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like they could replace like canine units.
yeah.
Because they're
With
so much
furry
smarter.
people. They're so much smarter.
They are. They honestly
Yeah.
like. Well, in a way, in a sense, they're smarter. You
But
could
yeah,
say.
Then
well,
dogs will
intellect-
aren't all
in the
humans
future-
smarter than dogs?
They can be used for military purposes when they develop like a scent.
Yeah,
Like through like trans-species stuff that we
yeah,
were talking about
the,
earlier.
The scientific like transplants where
Yeah.
they could literally get a nose of like a dog.
Yeah.
What could so there's this paradox where like if you had a hammer and you replaced the head of the hammer, is it still the same hammer? When you
yeah.
So it's like if you replace your body with a part of a dog, are you still the same person?
Yeah.
But like what point? Like if once you replace your whole face
Once
but
you replace your soul.
Yeah, your soul. Like
with a dog soul,
that's the thing is
I'd like to get a dog soul
there's probably
transplant.
movies about it. Me and Connor, who's across the table from me, switch brains. I'm now just Joseph in Connor's body.
Yeah.
Like I'm still Joseph
Because
I'm
you have
not
the same
Connor.
attitude.
So
You're
do you
just in
think
my
your
body.
Yeah.
So do you think your brain is you?
Yeah. Like it wouldn't change.
That's valid because
Like your mind. That's what makes
And so-
you yourself,
Yeah.
not your body.
Yeah.
can you get
Like
brain-
yourself.
Can you get a brain transplant? I've never
no-
seen those.
Not as of today.
No.
It's impossible.
Yeah, there seems
It could
pretty
be possible
hard.
in the future, though.
Mm-hmm.
Which will probably be what they'll use for trans species like stuff from like
Yeah,
for
yeah,
military
getting the
purposes.
brain of a
Well,
dog.
and here's the thing, like we've done our research. People like furries, they either like are really good at budgeting and like saving up because like fursuits are expensive, dude.
Oh yeah, they're pricey.
They're
They
like
can,
$2,000,
Yeah, they
It's
they
$2
can get up
grand?
to
No,
10,000.
2K, not
I thought it-
$2,000, not
yeah.
200,000. Sorry, I was
They
like,
can get up to that. I'm
No.
sure.
I feel
Yeah,
I
like-
feel like on average it's like $800.
no,
Like
think-
500, I think.
no, they're like a couple thousand.
Are you sure?
Really?
Yeah,
I'm a virologist, okay? I know things.
Yeah, I would stick with Jonas.
Yeah.
Really? I don't know.
'Kay.
I just went on a website one time during school.
Yeah.
I was like,
During school.
yeah,
Yeah, we were looking up fursuits because we wanted to know if we could get one.
yeah, we
like,
were researching.
we're like, maybe if there's $100, we could all like pitch in.
Infiltrate.
It'd be interesting to
Yeah.
be a furry for a day or something.
yeah, that'd be a cool
Or
video.
if we could like rent a fursuit, that would be a lot.
Well,
of
then
fun.
I can finish
well,
my
and again,
then I
like,
can finish my degree as a virologist. if
jobs
I be a
and
furry for a day.
businesses. Like, are you?
Because you could interact.
What
with
if
them.
you went to like New York City and there's a small shop with fursuit rentals? I mean,
In the
that's
future,
kind
that
of
could
weird to
happen.
think about.
Yeah,
It could
that-
happen. It's probably already a thing in like Japan or Japan somewhere.
fursuit rentals? I would never wear one.
You never?
Like,
Can you imagine what
honestly,
people
it's
do in
just
those
like
things?
it's a costume. Like, what's the difference?
Yeah.
Well, here's
like-
the thing. You work at Disneyland. You're dressed up as Mickey Mouse. You're now in the character of Mickey Mouse, and you have to do everything in your power to not break and stay in Mickey Mouse. So would that be like in the same classification as a furry, but kind of like temporary?
Well, it's like furries have taken it one step farther,
Where-
and they're not getting paid.
Yeah.
They do this by choice.
By
because
hobby.
It's a passion.
It's a hobby and a passion. Yeah.
like acting like this. It's like a weird type of theater.
How do you talk like a dog?
That's the thing.
You
is
don't talk.
I went
Ruh-roh.
I went to like a convention, and there were furries there.
Comic-Con.
Yeah, it was technically not Comic-Con because they couldn't use the name. And there were furries
it's
there,
different.
and we challenged each other. Oh, hey, go get a picture with that furry. Most of the time they wouldn't talk, and then one talked, and I felt really uncomfortable because I'm like, wait.
Well, what did they
Like-
sound like?
Yeah, well, it was a little bit muffled, just because like I feel like if I were to hear one talk first, that would be my first impression of like, oh, they can, they talk, that's normal. But
Yeah.
since I've already like met like 5 different furries, and then all of a sudden one talks, I'm kind of like, oh, are you what? Aren't you like?
It's like
Aren't you supposed to not talk?
it's
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
mascot. It's like
yeah,
you don't think it's gonna talk because
that's
usually big
that's
giant
that's
like,
true.
Yeah.
Like
things
there are tons
don't
of
usually talk,
mascots,
it's just for, like,
we have.
promoting their something or whatever.
Brand.
But
Yeah.
then like these are actual people for like a hobby dressing
Yeah,
as dogs.
and they
or,
act like it,
animals.
I feel like
They
furries
act
should
like it.
bark. Like just all.
I don't.
They should like
There
whine
was
and
a
stuff.
couple. I've heard some stories where.
Stories.
Stories, yeah. High school, dude.
Oh,
There
I
was.
thought you meant like you're reading an article.
No, like a cat furry, and they were like teasing her with like a laser pointer, and she would like actually chase it and like hiss at them.
Now that's dedication.
Yeah,
I respect
like,
that.
Yeah, that's dedication. Yeah,
That's
I agree.
dedication.
That's dedication. If you're like in school and the teacher is lecturing, and you're chasing around this laser, do you legitimately think you're an animal, or are you just like playing a part?
At that point, yeah. I would
Do you-
think that they think they're an
Again,
animal
like-
because they're literally chasing a laser.
I don't know his name.
Like
and I
an
feel
actual
so bad.
cat.
But
Like are there
During
like
school.
are there
I don't
is
know his name. The Joker, everyone's favorite Joker, and like the Dark Knight. What's his name?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. Yeah, he's the best Joker. Unanimously, everyone thinks so. He was in a hotel room for like
Motel.
motel.
Yeah.
Sorry, for like what was it? 3 months.
It was.
3 weeks?
No, it was 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I think.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I thought it was once. 2 weeks. Like put himself in the motel and just like practiced his character.
Yeah, and
like
I think he locked himself up and
Yeah.
just got everything he needed for 2 weeks.
yeah, like at what point is that any different? I mean, he's getting paid for that. It's not,
Yeah.
and for a furry, you're paying to do it. So how different are they from actors?
well
They're
it's about being
It's
paid,
a
I
form
guess.
of actor.
Well,
Yeah.
if you're an actor, then you're kind of doing it not just for money, it's for passion.
Well, and still, like, you're an actor, you like to act, you like to be other people, you know, you like to be in the character, but that's just you taking yourself out of, you know, your, say, soul out of yourself and putting it in another person. And then a furry is just like, that's who you always are.
It's like you're actually that person.
Yeah, like
I feel
you're
like that's kind of
actually an
why
animal.
it's more toxic.
Yeah.
I feel
Or
like
people hate it, you know. It's most of the time it's you hate one, you hate him, or you are one, you know. Like, that's
have you ever noticed
pretty much it.
that a lot of the time when it's annoying when people try go out of their way to be not who they are. Like that
Yeah,
just seems like to be a
that's
universal thing. It's like it's annoying when people try to be who they are
You know.
naturally.
And people say, you know, oh, be yourself.
And
like,
Yeah.
okay.
and then people are like, "Oh yeah, then I'm gonna be a furry," and I'm like, "No, it's not like that."
You know, that's not yourself. That's me. What I don't know. It's what you
That's what
want.
you
I guess
it's-
if like,
Yeah, it's more about what you want than what you think.
yeah.
I wonder if people like who struggle with like personal like their self-image,
Mm-hmm.
they put the mask on to really like mask it
Yeah.
because, you know, they don't accept themselves, so they like decide to be an animal.
Yeah.
I think that's what
I haven't
most people's
seen-
thought process is.
I haven't seen a lot of furries under their masks, but I'm wondering if they consider themselves very unattractive. You know,
So they're
Yeah.
covering themselves up in fur to make a more, you know, attractive
Yeah.
character for themselves. You know, say, "Oh, this is who I am. Look how beautiful I am." You know,
I like to look up what do actual furry people look like. Like, what do
Yeah.
they look like under their
yeah,
fur
like,
sheets?
are they? I would. Now, this is a little bit weird, but I kind of would imagine if someone's like super attractive, they're not gonna change themselves to be something else, unless if they're like peer pressured by their friends, or they're a child of a furry. You know?
Yeah, that won't. That'll be later down the line because furries are pretty new.
Yeah. Like,
I don't think there's any children influenced by their
And
parents
if-
that are furries yet.
Yeah, and if that does happen, are the children like going to be forced to be a furry, or are they just going to by default want to be one, or are they going to split from their parents and not be one?
Yeah.
I feel like it's fun having all these new like people and like new
Different groups and
groups of
societies.
people, and we haven't really gotten to the area where those people are parents yet.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh,
like-
that's so true. There's so many like new things. There's a couple, I would imagine, and they're also like they're small. You know, it's the minority. So also that with them being the minority, it'd be harder for them to find a soulmate to be committed with.
Yeah, so you might not see a lot of couples,
Yeah.
like, you know, who actually, like, have the same interest. You know, like, these new groups, like, furries.
Well, with the internet, you can get
Easily find some, you know,
Yeah.
someone.
even if they're across the world, if you're like passionate about that person.
Yeah.
Then
And if they are themselves, like over video talk or FaceTime or Skype.
Yeah.
you can. I think it's funny when people say that they're dating when they're like on the other side of the world, and then they
I kind of understand that, but like,
are there people like getting married over the internet?
no,
Like
I don't
imagine people
I'm
like
pretty
FaceTiming.
sure that's happened like once.
Imagine
A
people
group-
FaceTiming
a
and then
group
they kiss the
FaceTime.
camera.
Yeah.
That would be that's
or like
bad to
just
think
in their
about.
houses, like group FaceTime each other, like, all right, priest,
Yeah, there's like a
will you do
priest.
this?
Yeah.
And then they're like, you may now kiss the bride. They just kiss the
and then
camera,
kiss the camera.
and then everybody's like,
They start clapping.
Man.
I don't
That-
think
could
that's
that be a
ever
thing?
happened. I would.
Could it?
Couldn't. It could. You
it
know,
will
there-
happen.
financial situations
Anything can
exist.
Because,
So
you know,
if you're like, you know, somewhere not in a not so like high class area in like a city, and then the other, you know, your partners like all the way across the world, how are you gonna meet up if you don't? Both of you don't have the money.
and you can really marry
Or you
anything
can
now. I saw a guy in Japan that married, like, an anime girl from a video game on like a Nintendo DS.
That's been happening for
Legally.
years.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
kinda-
legally.
Of
so
people
it's like,
marrying
but that's
objects.
like one way, you know.
Yeah, like what are furry weddings gonna be like?
Well, I bet you at least like
Eli sighs.
there's been like two, at
Two.
least two.
Yeah.
I'd say at
I'm
least
sure we-
like 10.
But okay, let me ask you this: would they change their persona to be white, or would they just like put like white clothes?
Like
over
yeah, like
their-
a veil on and like
yeah.
you know, maybe a tie or something.
I bet
don't
they would
know.
put a suit on over their.
No, I don't think they'd change it to be white.
They just buy
yeah.
a whole nother
They-
costume that's white.
Well, they don't
for
have
their
money.
marriage.
No, I don't think so.
No, that's the thing is they do.
They do. Furries
Like-
have money.
They're
Well, I'm a
expensive.
virologist.
Yeah,
I should
I'm
know
starting
this.
to think I know more than you.
Sorry, I'm working on my degree.
Oh, I'm getting a call from Caleb. This is probably about the vaccines.
Oh man,
Let's hope
he
this is
probably
good
already
news,
has
guys.
All right,
autism.
hey, thanks for joining. Maybe this is now your new favorite podcast.
I'm gonna go take
Yeah, that
this.
was awesome.
All right,
Wish me luck, guys.
if Connor's leaving, I think we should close
Wrap
out
this
now.
up?
Yeah. Thanks for joining us in this very in-depth conversation about furries, and hopefully, you know, the stuff that you don't hear normally about, like, are they good or bad, you know, or like furries suck, or you know, people
Yeah.
should understand furries more, and instead
gave
we
you-
kind of just like
We gave you kind of not that.
blew that kind of idea out of the water and said, well, what if this, you know, and what if that? And
Military
just talk
furries.
about it. Yeah, military furries. We didn't go too in depth about that, but I hope this is kind of the stuff you enjoy. And if you don't, we
Yeah,
apologize
then you
for
suck.
wasting.
I hate
like,
you.
No, we apologize for wasting 21 minutes of your life. And if you even got this far, I congratulate you.
What a feat of humanity if you made it this far.
Yeah, if you have, I truly am happy with that. I don't know. It honestly make me happy if someone watched this whole thing. It's 22 minutes long about a conversation about like furry ethics.
Furry marriage.
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and close it up. We don't really have like a signature like catch you later or anything. So
Okay, let's make one up right now.
no.